America starts to reopen. It's Monday, March 1st, 2021. It's the top of the hour on Mornings at Lalate. As the country starts to reopen, the president could sign your $1,400 third stimulus check within days. But today, out of nowhere, Senator Warren, Elizabeth Warren, surprised everyone with introducing a bill that could set up funding for an increase, possibly, for SSI, SSDI, and Social Security. How will it work? And what is unfolding just this morning? This is a major update happening minutes ago with incredible great news on Mornings at Lalate.
Lalate.
Good morning, everybody. How are you? It's a big day and huge news across the board. As Elizabeth Warren introduces a bill that could tee up the funding for SSI, SSDI, Social Security, and railroad benefits, that $200 a month, $2,400, with a new bill. Oh my goodness. There's so much great news across the board. The toast is toast and the butter is buttering, and I see you in the room, and there's Lynn, and there's Terrell, and there's Paula, and there's Bonnie, and there's Alicia, and there's Sue and Michelle. Your $1,400 third stimulus check will be passed by the Senate this week. That's the first item of good news. Second item of good news, they're taking out that $15 minimum wage ASAP. They're taking it out today. The VP will not be messing with the bill unless it's taken out. That's VP Harris right there. The president urged over the weekend to yank it out of there. And once the swift passage of this bill this week, which means you could have this visual of the president signing the bill this week and possibly getting the check this week as well. That's where we started Mornings Out Like with exciting great news, but there's more exciting great news. And it came out of nowhere from this person, Senator Elizabeth Warren. Senator Elizabeth Warren, Democrat out of Massachusetts, is introducing a new bill today that would tax at 2% net worth of individuals over $50 million. It would add an additional 1% for people whose net worth is over $1 billion. The proposal is not unusual. It was introduced during her 2020 presidential campaign, and it's being done for the purpose of supporting trillions of dollars of other items. Hey, Lori Holmes, thank you for the dancing bear. And there's Crystal and the Charlotte. It's to use that money to fund other items. And you know what those other items are. And they could include SSI, SSDI, Social Security, railroad benefit increases. Wow. Wow. This is huge. This is the biggest news you have heard about potential funding mechanisms for SSI and SSDI that we've heard for in so much time. Her intention is to use this money for a lot of different things, including healthcare, infrastructure, education, healthcare, and domestic initiatives, aka SSI, SSDI, Social Security, railroad benefits, and veterans benefits. As a wealth tax is popular among voters on both sides for good reason, because they understand the system is rigged to benefit the rich people, she said in a news statement obtained by Lalate this morning. Yes, as Congress develops additional plans to help our economy, the wealth tax should be at the top of the list to pay for these plans because of the huge amount of revenue it would generate. thank you for the super chat. I just missed it. I tried to grab it, but I couldn't. This is huge. This is just huge. You know, yesterday we were talking about where would the money come from for SSI and SSDI. Where would they get the money from? Here. As Congress develops additional plans to help our economy, this wealth tax should be at the top of the list because the huge amount of revenue it would generate. She is confident that lawmakers will support the legislation. She's really confident it's going to get passed. Marcus, thank you for coming to Purple Hawk. And Alicia, oh my goodness, thank you for the massive super chat, Alicia. And thank you, Sue Atkins, for the super chat. And welcome, Linda, to becoming a Purple Hawk. I think I caught up with everyone. This is huge. This is huge. This is not a big mainstream story. You're hearing a lot of other stuff today across the board. There's a lot of other stories hitting. This was not front page news. I found it. I found it for you because I know you want these updates. I found this story for you because this is huge. How much money would it generate? $2.7 trillion over a decade. My goodness. And this is just incredible. She says lawmakers will catch up with the overwhelming majority of Americans who are demanding more fairness, more change, and believe it's time for the wealth tax. Thank you, LA, for all you do and keeping us informed. That was from Maria. I appreciate that. You're great, Vivian. I appreciate it. There's Bonnie. You're awesome, LA. If you've not subscribed, hit that subscribe button right now. We're 7 minutes into this video? Hit that subscribe button. We are only on the third show of our big new programming block, and you see how the excitement, you see how much excitement there's been only into an hour? I've only been on live on air for about now an hour. You see how much excitement, how many updates. Christina and Crump's family, thank you for the updates. You see how much exciting news that is just hitting on this channel right off the board. So I want to make sure you subscribe. I want you to hit that alert button on the front of this channel, that bell, so you don't miss a video when I go live. There's a new video every 30 minutes. Mornings LA has 4 shows. And then after midday has 4 shows. And then afternoons has 4 shows. 2 hours, 2 hours, 2 hours. Very simple. I'm just basically live nonstop from 9 to 3. So you won't miss me at any point. But boy, Renee, you're the best. I appreciate it. Sonia, thank you for the updates. You're the man, Eugene. I appreciate it. I've been watching. Hit that like button. Rourke. Melissa, hello. How are you? If you've not heard what I just detailed and you're just joining the room, Elizabeth Warren is introducing a bill today, or has introduced it by the time of this broadcast, that will tax the uber rich billionaires to fund other programs that need the funding. We all know that Social Security, SSI, and SSDI, and railroad benefits has limited funding, that the funding's running out. This is where we're going. Thank you for keeping up the good work. You rock, LA. Well, thank you, viewers, for pushing Warren, Senator Warren, for doing this. You need to keep on pushing her, of course, for that SSI bill. Remember, she wrote a bill in March of 2020. Now she has the funding possible for it with this bill. And if you're just joining me, you didn't see me over the weekend, she has now had 4 bills in just a few days. So yours should be next, because now you have the funding for it, Sally, with this bill. Oh my goodness. Let me come back to that in a second. That's a lot of excitement. God bless you, says Liv. I appreciate that. The weekend the Monday started with incredible great news across the board. Wall Street is just ecstatic about stimulus. Wall Street is just beside itself. It is so excited to get this stimulus out the door. Wall Street has been waiting like you have. The Dow is up 690 points. The NASDAQ is up 319 points. Yeah, you heard me right. 690. 319 for NASDAQ. Tech stocks are up about $4 a pair, $5 a share. America is starting to reopen across the country. People are just going and seeing some level of normality coming. Sally, I love you, LA. I love you back, Sally. And there's Debbie. We love you. I love you back, Debbie. And Melissa, we love you. I love you, Melissa. Tell your friends. Share this on social media. Tyrone, something happened with Tyrone. Congratulations, Tyrone. Bonnie, God bless you. There's Jason. Everyone welcome Jason to the family. What about stimulus for seniors? That's what this recording's about. Crystal, thank you for keeping us informed. The weekend started with the President of the United States meeting with his staff and saying, we're pushing and we will get that $1,400 third stimulus check bill passed ASAP. You're getting the $1,400 third stimulus check bill called for a vote ASAP in the Senate. The bill does have in there $15 minimum wage. Thank you, Charlotte, for the super chat. The president has said, yank it out. That's his instructions 3 times. He said it, his press secretary, his chief of staff, who's in the corner of this picture, in the corner with the blue shirt and the mask. He said, we are not doing anything with the parliamentarian. We're taking it out. And that means the bill will be called for a vote in the Senate this week. No other amendments. Pass in the Senate, go back to the House, voted the same day, pass in the House, off to the president's table. Mr. Mid Black Type, thank you for the super chat. I really appreciate it. This means you could have a $1,400 third stimulus package bill passed early this week. And if Treasury, who is Janet Yellen, sends out the stimulus check as fast as Steve Mnuchin did, you remember who he was, Treasury Secretary under Trump, you could see some viewers getting the check within 3 days after it becomes law. If it becomes law this week, you could see if the president signs it this week with this visual. I hope we all see this visual this week. The president signing the bill. I hope this is the visual we see this week. You could see the check as early as this week. Wow. And that's before even the SSI excitement. Ugh, if you're just joining me and you didn't hear what's happened at the top of the broadcast, don't worry, because I'm going to have another update for you shortly. The remainder of the items in the third stimulus package are delicious. Dennis, do you know if widow benefits would be included? Yes. That's what Warren wanted. She wanted you to get that 20% increase for survivor benefits. Great question, Dennis. In addition to that item, what else is in that third stimulus package that will become law as early as this week? I have all those details coming up right after this commercial break. Stay with me for more in about a minute after this.
If you want money right now, not 5 days from now, and not 5 weeks from now, then reach out to the community page. The volunteers can help you find that money for rent and utilities. That's at news.la.com/community. The community page features a series of volunteers who are viewers like you. They can help you find rent, utilities, SNAP, food benefits, mortgage assistance, and help you with eviction moratorium questions as well. Their Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram individuals reach out to them and indicate the city and state you're from, and they'll get back to you shortly. That's a community page. Volunteers working for you, viewers helping one another. Stay with LA for more. Join LA Daily for the excitement of the new LA live daily. The excitement starts on mornings LA at 9 a.m. Home LA returns at 11 a.m. daily. And then afternoons LA at 1 p.m. Join us daily as the excitement continues live from Santa Monica on LA Late.
From Wall Street to Main Street, this is LA Late.
How are you? Boy, what excitement we have today. Lot of excitement. It started with the news about the $14 third stimulus check. And then it turned to this SSI shocker. Let me give you the big update. Your $14 third stimulus check will pass the Senate this week. It will be called for a vote, and it will land on the president's table as early as this week, and could become law and could have a check in the mail as early as this week. That's the first exciting news. The other exciting news came from Elizabeth Warren, the senator from Massachusetts, Democrat, introduced a shocking bill this morning which would apply a 2% tax to individuals' net worth, anything for houses, stocks, boats, when their net worth is over $50 billion. A 2% tax if your net worth is over $50 billion. And then a 1% extra tax if your net worth is over $1 billion. It would generate $2.7 trillion over a decade. And that money would be used to fund the programs that have not had that funding. And those programs presumably include SSI, SSDI, and Social Security and Railroad benefits, one of her big programs that she pushed during her campaign. Let me backtrack or recap. During her 2020 campaign, she had to explain how she was going to fund things. She wanted to do things. She wanted that $200 a month for SSI and SSDI over 24 months. She wanted an increase of benefits lifetime up to 20%. How is she going to fund it? She also wanted to do other things. She wanted to forgive $50,000 of student loan debt. How is she going to fund these things? This is how she was going to fund it. This is how she's going to fund all her programs, which she announced during her campaign. She had a series of programs, including the SSI and SSDI. This bill today is no surprise to anyone who follows Elizabeth Warren, because she said this during her campaign trail. And here you go. Here goes the bill. This is the bill to fund the SSI and SSDI and other things. This is huge news. This is really huge news. Wall Street has just absolutely been ecstatic today. Wall Street has just been besides itself. It's excited about the anticipation of stimulus passing. It's excited that the Treasury market has softened and calmed down. Securities are leveling, are acting normal once again. And everyone is just so excited about all this great news on the anticipation of this visual of the president signing a $1.9 trillion third stimulus, $14 third stimulus check bill within days. That's the excitement. So what else is in that bill? Let me go over those provisions right now. There will be $3,600 for children 5 to newborn plus $1,400. So if you have a child 5 to newborn, they're getting $5,000 per child. Congratulations. $1,400 stimulus check, which comes to you. And then starting the month of July, they're going to pay you, IRS, $300 a month every month for 12 months per child. For children 17 to 6, you will get a $14 stimulus check plus $250 a month starting the month of July for 12 months. Wonderful. Thank you for the super chat from Clearwater Beach. I really appreciate that. And that's per child. Then you will see a $1,700 financial aid for college students plus a $14 stimulus check. Hazard pay workers who have no children, make less than $25,000 a year, will get $1,500, actually not dependent upon a child is what I meant to say, $1,500 plus their $14 stimulus check. And then there's a lot of other stuff. Prina, thank you for coming to Purple Power. Wow. Everyone welcome Prina to the family. Welcome Prina to becoming a Purple Power member. If you not become a member, the link to become a member is in the bottom of this chat. It's also at the top of the chat. If you've not subscribed, please subscribe. Where else are you going to see this level of comprehensive coverage across the board? I want to make sure you subscribe, share this video on Facebook and Instagram. Tell people to come on over. From SSI to business owners, I help everyone. The volunteers help everyone. And that's really the focus. Everyone welcome Prina to the family. Thank you for becoming a member, Purple Power member. The other items in the third stimulus package, FPUC from March to August, $400 a week. UI and PUC and FPUC and PUA also March to August. Business grants, $5,000. EIDL, yeah, you can get another one. Less than 10 employees, 50% reduction of your income during the pandemic. Easy qualifications. You got that. $5,000 exactly. There's a business grant for innovation, a business loan called the PPP, which starts as a loan, turns into a grant. There's a $5 million grant per restaurant location, and a lot more. I'm really excited for you. What do you think? Welcome, Prina. There's Kathy in the room, and there's Susan. My bad. Thank you, Kat. There's Diane, and there's Edith, and there's Leanne. And there's Shawnee, and there's Jamie. Well, how are you? Hazard pay, Anne Marie. Yes, that $1,500 of hazard pay. That $1,500 of hazard pay. If you worked in the pandemic, like less than $25,000. Absolutely. LA, what about the $10,000 stimulus check proposed by from a Republican out of Arizona? You know, if a Republican's proposing something, I don't know if Chuck will call for a vote. We'll discuss it right after this on What the Chuck, because that's coming up in 5-10 minutes from now. What the Chuck, in which we go over senatorial maneuverings. Hello, LA, it says Renee. Please consider the $200 for SSI. I love it. Absolutely. Vanessa, love your new look. I appreciate that. And there's Brenda Vergata. Thank you for becoming a Purple Hawk. Elliot, how about SSI people? Betty, yeah, let me give you the big update. If you're just joining in, student loan forgiveness. Let me explain student loan forgiveness again. Student loan forgiveness is an Elizabeth Warren bill as well. She introduced a bill 2 weeks ago for $50,000 student loan debt forgiveness. The president wants to do 10. He doesn't want to do 50. We'll see. It's in the Senate. It's a Senate bill. It's by itself. All right, the big update. If you're in the room and you're tuning in because of SSI, SSDI, Social Security, or railroad benefits, this is your big update. Senator Warren, Democrat out of Massachusetts, introduced a bill today, she wrote, that will tax people whose net worth is over $50 million, 2% a year, and 1% a year if your net worth is over $1 billion. It'll raise upwards of $3 trillion over a decade. That $3 trillion will be money the federal government doesn't have today. Why is she doing this? And when did we first hear about this? She's doing this to fund programs that she mentioned during the campaign trail for president in 2020. Among those campaign promises she portrayed to us was SSI, SSDI, Social Security, railroad benefits, veteran benefits, $200 a month for $2,400 for 12 months, and a 20% increase. She said during the campaign trail, I'm going to do this, including SSI, and to get that money, to do that, to spend that money, where am I going to get the money from? I'm going to get it from taxing uber rich people. Here you go. She's showing you today that she's setting up the bank of money, the $3 trillion, to fund the SSI and SSDI. This is insanely good news. There you go, at the 24-minute mark. Wow. I'm back with you with What the Chuck in just 2 minutes. The continuation of Morning to LA continues in just 2 minutes. The final half hour. Stay with me. Are you excited? I'm really excited. Tell me how excited you are. I want to see your comments. Stay in LA for more.